Hello, I'm Stephen Whiteley from Happiness Works, and welcome to this second video on how you can begin ending unhappiness in your life for good. I'm the author of this book, Happiness Works. Get yours here, and it's an award winner and is a great way of understanding what happiness is all about. And so in this video, we're going to talk about what it actually takes to get us unhappy and what we want to get over, and the 4 steps that will get us over that, get us unstuck, and bring us to ending our unhappiness for good. So I hope you find this very interesting, and I hope that it will help you out immensely. So having been on both sides of life, the unhappy side and the happy side, I have a fairly good idea of the kinds of issues that people face on one side and on the other. So let's talk a little bit about where we are when we're unhappy and see if this program might be able to address some of the things that you've been facing. Perhaps you've been questioning whether you're good enough or whether you have enough. Are you really lovable? Are you really loved? These issues are at the core of much that makes us unhappy, and believing in ourselves and our own lovability is very key. Perhaps you've been mistreated at some point, and when you think back on that trauma, which you don't do on purpose, but certain events trigger it unexpectedly. And when that trauma comes back into your mind, so does the old hurt. And there we are, unhappy once again. Another thing that can happen is that you can have conflicts with the people in your life. So that might be people that are close to you, like family, or a partner, or that might be just colleagues at work, or it might even be acquaintances like your neighbors. But no matter what conflict it is, those conflicts really bring a lot of unhappiness our way, create a lot of stress in our systems. So another thing that you might be dealing with is wondering, what is life really about? Is this all there is, getting up and eating and going to work and watching some TV and maybe getting out a little bit and having some fun with friends? And what is life about? And not knowing, first of all, what life in general is about, and second of all, what is my life about, is something that keeps us from the most important thing that we have in our life. That something that we've been looking for. That something that connects us to our passion, which perhaps you've been wondering where your passion has gone to. That something is meaning. We want meaning in life. And as long as we're searching for it in physical places, we won't find it. We find meaning inside us. And the key to meaning and passion is knowing our purpose. So we want to have meaning and purpose in our life. Everybody does. And unfortunately, in our culture and in our society, barely a word is spoken about this. So connecting with our purpose and our passion is one of the great keys to ending unhappiness for good. And no matter which of the issues that we've been talking about you are faced with, or even if you have some other issues that we haven't addressed, there's great news for you here today. And the great news is that we are only stuck in this place when we believe that we're stuck. Because when we think about life, it seems like life is one big chunk, one big concept. But it's not about life. It's about living. And living is action. And action is what we really want. And action is where it's going to take us to the kind of happiness that we're dreaming of and to the creation of our dreams. So, no matter what we think we are more than that. And the way we get to be more than that is by being willing to change our minds. For we are what we believe. And what we believe is usually a mishmash of things that people have told us over the years, or decisions that we've made based on limited evidence or education. And we can change what we believe. And as we do that, then we also change who we are and how we're feeling. So what I'd like to talk about now is the 4 steps to ending unhappiness. The first step is openness. Openness is important because without openness, we stay stuck. But with openness, and openness to learning new things, and openness to improve our life in small ways, and openness to new ideas, and openness to believe new things about ourselves and our way of living. These kinds of openness are key to ending unhappiness for good. Without openness, we are stuck in a descending spiral. We continually believe that things are bad in our life, and the more we believe that, the more we attract that, and the more it becomes our personal reality. So, openness is the doorway to really starting an upward spiral, where we are really starting to recognize that we are more than we thought we were, that we are starting to achieve more of what we truly want, and that we are starting to live in a way that's much more meaningful to us. So openness is the key to starting off toward ending unhappiness for good. Now, the second thing that is important is understanding. For to solve any problem, it's important to understand what's at the root of that problem, and it's important to understand where we want to go. And if we don't know what happiness is, and we don't know how to escape unhappiness, and so knowing what happiness truly is, not what everybody in the marketplace is pitching to us as happiness, then we can get on the journey and take a more direct route to the life that we really want. And this is key. So when we start off with openness, and then we combine that with understanding, it's like we have been given the key to a treasure chest, and inside we have found the map to the treasure. So the key is the openness. The map is the understanding. But that's not the treasure yet. For to get the treasure takes the third step, which is action. And so there are many different actions that we can take. And Happiness Works will be happy to guide you and take you through those. And as Happiness Works takes and guides you through those actions, you will find that life is getting better and better and better. And then the fourth and final step is purpose. So if action is taking you down the pathway to your treasure on your treasure map, then purpose is the treasure, because it's from purpose that we find passion and meaning, and these are what everybody really wants. Now, you don't learn this in school. Most families haven't taught us this, and it's really not a part of our Western culture. But it's just as true for us as it is for any other human being who ever lived anywhere in the planet. And so with purpose, we find passion, we find meaning, and we find success. So I would like to invite you to join me on my quest to create a happier world by helping other people end unhappiness for good in their life. This has been such a blessing for me, and it has helped not only me to transform my life, but also my family is following suit. And so all of the convincing that I tried to do before didn't work. All of the persuading, all of the trying to manipulate and influence and control their behaviors, none of that worked. It sent them in the opposite direction. But setting the example of true purpose and passion has had an amazing effect. So, what I would like to do is invite you to register for the free webinar that we will be holding on the 23rd of August at 7 p.m. Eastern. And you can register by clicking on the link in the email that brought you here. I'll see you in the next video, where I'll be describing more about how these steps each work. And that will allow you to know better whether this program is going to help you. So, I'm Stephen Whiteley, and I would love to show you how happiness works to begin your journey on ending unhappiness for good. So take care, stay well, have fun, and I'll see you on video number 3.